trainers, travelers, and battlers. You know what it is, Jake Devin, back at it with another video. And today, we're going to be taking a look-see here at Lucario, the Pokemon Sicario. Oh, woo! You know he's good. For those of you who don't know, Sicario can be loosely translated to Hitman, which that's exactly what Lucario is. This is why you need to have another fighting type or Lucario himself to counter Lucario. Because if you do not, he will sweep you.
Bruh.
Spiritomb can get destroyed by Lucario. Now, here's why I love Lucario so much in this Nightmare Cup meta so far. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to be a little repetitive right now. I'm sorry. But being a steel type, he's resisted poison. Okay, he's resistant to poison. So any Pokemon they go in with that has Poison Jab, for example, such as Alolan Muck or Skunk Tank right here, he's going to resist that Poison Jab. And if they also have Sludge Bomb and or Acid Spray, he's going to resist that. Being a fighting type, he's going to resist Dark type moves. So Bite, even though Bite is insanely OP, he still is going to resist it. And if they have Crunch, he's going to resist it. If they have Feint Attack, he's going to resist it. If they have Dark Pulse, he's going to resist it. He has a leg up in this meta, so that's why I'm going to start calling him Lucario, the Pokemon Sicario. Might not actually work so well. Let's go with Lucario, the PvP Sicario. That sounds better. Anyways, I really like how he pairs up with Gardevoir, as well as some other kind of poison dark type, like Alolan Muck or Skunk Tank, for example. Because, I mean, look at it this way. Lucario can do a lot of work just by himself. If they have a fighting Pokemon that can really counter Lucario, Gardevoir's great to pair with him because they're going to want a fighting type specifically to counter Lucario, but Gardevoir is going to be very resistant to fighting types, and the confusion is strong. But Gardevoir, again, it has Confusion, Shadow Ball, and Dazzling Gleam. And then for the third option, I feel like that's what can kind of be a wild card. You know, you can run a Xatu, Alolan Muck, and Skunk Tank I'm really liking still at this point. They do a lot of work. There's plenty of options. The meta is still developing and evolving. So again, don't take everything I'm saying in these videos super duper seriously, because this is all very, very preemptive and preliminary. But these battles, again, that you're seeing today, they're against the same person. Thank you for battling the Rain Mall. He takes some time out to, help me make some content for you guys to get out here. But he's used this Starmie a lot. I'm going to go ahead and say it's kind of a weird choice. I mean, what can Starmie get? It can get Water Gun, Hydro Pump. I'm really not even sure on its additional moves, because those are the only things I've used Starmie for in the past, back when the game originally dropped. I really love Starmie, just because, it's one of the original 151, so I was a huge fan of it. But anyways, now Spiritomb here, let's talk about Spiritomb for a second, okay? I feel like Spiritomb is overrated.
Bruh.
I feel like it's ranked really high, and there's not really legitimate reason for it to be ranked that high. I mean, that's a bold statement. Yes, it is. I mean, it has a lot of good matchups. I'm not going to lie. It does. It has a lot of great matchups, but it also loses a lot. Somebody commented on my videos the other day about Spiritomb being overrated. I apologize, I forgot your name, but we're going to put you up right here. Now, I looked a lot into this, and I tested Spiritomb out a lot myself, and, I kind of agree. So, originally, when I powered up my Spiritomb, because I just decided, whatever, let's do it. If it's ranked number 1, let's see how it goes. And I didn't feel like it did that well. Granted, I didn't have its ideal moveset, which is Sucker Punch, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Ball. At that time, I had Feint Attack and Shadow Ball, which does not perform that well at all. So I was like, okay, well, obviously we're going to throw some TMs at this to see if it does a little better. I still don't feel like it did amazing. I mean, in the next video, you're going to see some stuff about some situations where Spiritomb can really dominate if he gets his boost from Ominous Wind. But, you know, other than that, it's... Okay, let's put it this way. I feel like, yes, Spiritomb is a safe choice. You can be pretty safe with using Spiritomb because he's going to resist a lot of what can be thrown at you. Is he the best? I'm going to say no, he is not the best. He does counter a lot. He can destroy Bronzong. He can destroy Xatu. He does lose to fighting types, but he also is going to resist a lot of Pokemon that could be thrown at him. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I really feel like Spiritomb is overrated. There's a lot of hype around it. I'm just not sold on it. I'm not bought into it. I don't think Spiritomb's really that good. If you disagree, let's have some conversation about it. Throw it down in the comments and we can look into it some more. But just from what I've tested and what I've seen other people test and other people's feedback on using Spiritomb, it's really not that good. I don't feel like it deserves the #1 spot, you know, in the meta rankings. Anyways, the rest of this video is just going to be some more battles that we're getting into here. The Rainmaw has been working really hard on developing his team when he's battling me. Now here, obviously you can see he's using the Gallade. He went with low kick for the fast move from what I can tell. I don't feel like low kick really performs that well. I mean, it's good to see someone use it so we can see how it performs, but really low kick is not going to be the way to go when you're using Gallade. You want to use Confusion as well as Leaf Blade. As far as I know, that's going to be the optimal move set, especially in this Nightmare Cup meta. What else does he get? I think he gets Psychic and Close Combat. I'll put the move set up here, but you know, from what I know, really the only things you're going to be using consistently, especially with how quickly Gallade can die, is going to be Confusion and Leaf Blade. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. He gets that off and he's able to get rid of us at that point. But the Gardevoir comes in and shuts it down real quick. Now he brings out this Hypno. Hypno is another one that I feel is starting to be kind of overrated. You know, a lot of people had a lot of hype around Hypno and his legacy move sets, which I traded for one actually with Frampty Pants, and he had a legacy Hypno that had a really good chance at not really good. I think we had a 40% chance at the legacy Hypno being under 1500 CP. From what you can see here, it did not work out that way. I wanted one with Confusion and Psyshock, excuse me. Everybody's saying Confusion and Shadow Ball is going to be the best and the most OP moveset. In a lot of situations, I feel like that's going to be true, but with just how much you can spam with wow, I can't say that. Bruh. With how much you can spam Psyshock compared to how much you can spam Shadow Ball, I feel like Psyshock is going to be, I don't want to say more viable. That's not going to be the right word. I'm going to say it's going to be a more spammy moveset. So instead of viable, I'm going to say reliable, okay? There's a distinction between viable and reliable movesets. Psyshock on a Legacy Hypno in Great League is going to be more reliable than a Shadow Ball Hypno. Because even if it's going to be not very effective damage, Hypno does get stab when using Psyshock. And Psyshock itself is not a terrible move. I mean, when you look at Mew in all the Great Leagues and the Ultra Leagues and the Master Leagues, for example, Psyshock is a very viable moveset, as well as reliable. It's something that gets off consistently and does damage. Even if it's not going to be super effective, getting that damage off as quick as you can is going to be what's more important at the end of the day. I mean, obviously, you know, terrible moves like Acid Spray, they're not so much about the damage. Acid Spray really is just for the effect and also to shield bait. But there it was. There's only 5 battles. So GG's to the Rainmaw. Thank you for playing, man. I really appreciate it. Moving forward here, again, like I said in the last video, there's a lot of exciting and good stuff happening. I don't want to just, you know, throw out spoilers or set expectations because I really don't want to get a lot of people's hopes up with certain things and then to just let everybody down. But there is some good stuff happening that I am really excited about, and you know, let's just say it's going to start happening within the next 30 days, you know, give or take 4 or 5 days. But anyways, that it is what it is. Lucario, I definitely feel like 100% is underrated so far in this meta. I feel like it's super OP and it's going to become a staple on everybody's team. GG's to the battles and GG's to the video because it's over. If you liked, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, have a freaking good day.